Right. I think we're live. And also welcome to everyone who's here and welcome to everyone who's watching it after the fact, the recorded version. I'm here for the next Plone Ask Me Anything. My name is Astrid, and I'm here with Mikel. Our guest today is Mikel. Hi, Mikel. Can
Hello.
you introduce yourself and maybe tell us about yourself in about 2 minutes?
Yeah, even less perhaps. Hello everyone. I'm Mikel Larreategi. I work for Code Syntax for already 21 years. I live here in Eibar, Basque Country. We organized the conference 2 years ago. Perhaps some of you were here. I started here working at Code Syntax just after my university studies. And it's in my hometown. The office is my hometown, so it was like a natural way to come to a company here. And they were already working with Python and SOAP back in that time. And we started here developing sets for clients and so, and then we evolved to using Plone. Like that was like I started working in 2004. Perhaps we started with Plone in 2006 or 7, something like that. And 20 years later, here we are.
Here we are. Here we are. And where are you sitting at the moment? You've got some interesting things there behind you.
Well, yes. Today I'm in our office in Eibar, in our central offices. I'm alone in the office because today is Friday and we usually work until 2:30 in the afternoon. Right now it's 4 here. And everyone left, and I'm in a conference room with these acoustic panels behind me, because
Exactly.
we had to put them here because when we have some conferences with clients, they say that there were like vibrations and bad sound for the conferences. So they look like art, but they are like acoustic panels.
Oh, functional and beautiful. And so you're actually in a sound studio there.
No, it's not the
Yes.
sound studio. It's not the sound
It
studio.
looks like
I
it.
can show if you let me move in the
Yes,
computer. I
let's
want.
have a look.
Yeah,
If
let's
you
have a
want
look.
to,
Yeah.
if you want
Okay.
to, yes.
Okay.
So this is your conference room.
This is a conference
Ah,
room. We have a TV. You can
okay.
see in the dark the office. Then we have
Okay.
a whiteboard here, and then
Okay.
me again.
Oh, fantastic. Now we all know where you are.
Yeah.
We've had some people joining us. Armin is here. Alexis said hello from Cape Town. Carl from Johannesburg. And we've already had our first question. Um,
Oh.
let's have a look what that is. Will you be joining us in January for the Stellenbosch Sprint?
Well, it's a really interesting sprint, the one that you have organized in January. I think that thinking on strategy, on community terms, on product terms, is really good. We are checking it internally how we can participate or can we help in the sprint. Let's see what we decide in the coming weeks, and we'll see. I'm usually I say that I'm really technical. I don't like this. I usually don't like these marketing strategic big meetings with big buzzwords and things like that. I usually be more practical than that, but let's see. Let's see what we do.
We're hoping that this is going to be extremely practical.
Yeah,
So, but let's see, and
yeah.
there's also the option to join remotely.
To join remotely, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, maybe some questions from my side. What led you to the field that you're currently in? How was your path? What did you decide after school? And
Yeah. Well, I don't know how I decided to study computer studies or computer engineering. Here, what I studied was engineering. So, but after high school, I joined the university here in Donostia, San Sebastian, in the capital city in our region. I studied there. Um, there was there wasn't a lot of things related to web at that time, at least in our university. It was uh, I'm quite old in that sense. It was like in the early 2000s when I went to university. So we didn't have so much web stuff there. But at the moment, I joined Code Syntax to do my final project in the university, and they were already working on the website field, doing things with Python and SOAP. And that was the point that introduced me to website, to Plone, to SOAP, to Python, to this world, to the free software world and stuff. So
Oh wow! So
I
that's been
I see
from the
that
start.
I see that Eric says that that's not all at all. Okay, then ask that to my colleagues. That yesterday in the lunch, one of them said that, oh yeah, when you joined Code Syntax, I was just 1 year old. So yeah, things like that.
But we all still feel 21.
Yeah, I also feel 21, but I have 44. Yeah,
Yes.
you know.
But we can sometimes say that our colleagues, that we have emails that are older than our colleagues.
Yeah.
So,
You know this meme or this saying that it's on the internet saying that, oh, you use a Gmail with your name. Yes, I was there when Gmail was created. So
that's the advantage. You can claim that. Right. We have another question from Alex. If money was not a concern, is there anything else that you'd be doing and why?
well, I like my work. I mean, I like development. I like working with computers. Perhaps I can say that I don't enjoy working with clients.
Okay. We'll
I
edit
mean,
that part out.
understand. Let me explain that. Let me explain that. Uh, uh, I don't like this not working with clients, but having this conversation and almost not ending conversations with clients like, I want this, I want that. I would like to work and develop things that I see interesting at the moment, and not fixing stuff on client side, like come from the Plone conference and see that two of your clients have deleted all the news folders on their sites and you need to recover them, things like that. Or they change the default pages of the sites or the views of the folders, things like that. Everyone is laughing right now, so I think that Astrid also had things like that. So yeah, I don't like that kind of things, and that's why I say that I would like to work on things like, I mean, if it wasn't because of my clients, perhaps I would be working more on Volto, or doing more JavaScript stuff, or doing more database things or something like that. But yeah, I'm quite happy with the work I do, at least at the moment.
But isn't it always the case that if you have some bad parts of your job, it makes the good parts better? But if you don't
Yeah,
have the bad parts, then
yeah, but I know a lot of people that they wouldn't. I mean, if they were developers like me, they wouldn't touch the computer during the weekend. Even I have colleagues that they say, no, I don't want to do anything with the computer during the weekend, but I don't have any problem of opening the laptop on a Saturday morning and, okay, I had this idea. Let's try this.
yes. Okay. So there's definitely a blend there between what you like doing and what you have to do.
Yeah.
Enrique Pega says he appreciates that you're honest.
Yeah.
Another question. Thank you. Nowadays,
Oh,
hiking or chess?
hello, John. John is my colleague here at Code
Ah,
Syntax. Well, yes, I started playing chess when I was 9. I'm not a very good player. You can check my rating and my profile in the World International Federation site if you want, if you are curious.
oh, John can give us the link there. You can pop it into the comments so we can find it.
Yeah, but yeah, okay. Anyway, and I started playing chess in the local chess club, and because we had some teacher that came to school to teach us playing chess. Also, my uncle used to play chess when he was young, so I played something
In the
with him.
family. Mm.
Yeah, but I played very little with him. But yeah, okay. Anyway, and then I grew up as a chess player here at the school. I was the director of that chess club. I used to play a lot. Then I think it was my first university year. I took the arbiter course here, and I got the arbiter certification here. First the regional certification, then in 2003 or something like that, the national certification for Spain, and then in 2006 the international certification. So I am an international arbiter of chess. That's the highest ranking arbiter. And with the years, I started directing some chess tournaments here in my city, my region. I even went to a chess Olympiad here in 2004 in Mallorca, then in a European Championship in Prague, and in a European Championship here in Bilbao too. But then the COVID came, pandemic came, and doing stuff inside buildings and in hotel rooms and things like that was like a no-go for me. And I just 2 or 3 years ago, before the pandemic, I was already started hiking, because the all of the all of the listeners here that came to Eibar know how is the area. It's surrounded by mountains, all of our country. So I started hiking in the same place that we had the chess club. The same club has several sections for different sports. Yes, chess is a sport here, and mountaineering was one of the sections, and I started with them. And now, usually I go to mountain every weekend, even if I can Saturday and Sunday too, and on summer even after work.
Okay.
So answering John, nowadays hiking is
hiking.
my activity of choice. Yeah.
But Eric does want to know what your ELO is.
Oh, ELO is the rating, the name of the rating for chess players. It was created by I think he was a Hungarian, Arpad E. Elo is the name of the guy who invented the system. That's why it's called ELO. I would say that right now my ELO should be like 1,750 or something like that. But it's decreasing each time I play a tournament. 2 years ago, it was 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I can't recall. 3 years ago, we went in a summer chess vacation trip to Greece, and I almost lost all games. When you go to it's an open tournament. There are a lot of open tournaments, chess open tournaments, and you usually play like 8 or 9 games, one game per day, or perhaps some days two games. And I think I got like 2 points or something like that. You get 1 point, 0 or half for each game. So I think I got 2 points. I think I drew 2 games or 3 games. So yeah, it was more a vacation than a chess
Sounds like
tournament
it.
for me.
Yes, it sounds like it. We won't ask what partying was involved there. But to get back to the hiking, Carl wants to know, or he wants to show you the hiking trails
Nice.
here in Stellenbosch.
Nice. That's really nice, because I think I have never been abroad, hiking abroad, except for France, because we have it here in the border. Well, I think we went to a mountain in a chess trip, in Austria, like 10 years ago. We went to a mountain over there, but it could be nice. Could be nice to visit a mountain in Stellenbosch. Yeah.
I myself walk in the mornings before work, get up before the sun rises, or sometimes as the sun rises, and I just walk out my door, and then the mountain is not far from here. So we're
it's nice.
very lucky in this area. So, and Carl is also a keen hiker. I know he's part
Yeah,
of our community.
yeah. I was talking to him. I was talking to him in Jyväskylä.
Mm,
Yeah, he told me that
mm.
perhaps he will be coming to Spain, and yeah,
Yes, that's right.
and he wanted some advice to, or some trips to come here. So yeah.
Eric is correcting your abroad
Yeah,
classification.
I meant abroad like these French cities, Gavarnie and things like that. That's France. That's not Basque Country at all.
Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, so push back there for you, Eric.
That's nearer from Toulouse than from the French Basque Country, I guess.
Then Alex, another question from Alex. What is your favorite language to work in?
Well, I'm Basque speaker because yeah, my family is a Basque speaker family. I learned first Basque and then Spanish and then English and then a bit of German also. But I work the 95% of my work. I do it in Basque with my clients, with my colleagues. The 100% is in Basque. With our clients, except one big client that I am working on right now, that they are based in Madrid, that I need to speak in Spanish, of course. With the rest of them, I work in Basque. Even with Gemini, I write to him or talk to him or to it. I don't know how to say that. In Basque, I ask advice in Basque, and yeah, I try to do everything in Basque.
Mm, yeah, and thankfully, the online tools are supporting it well, and something like
Yes,
Plone can really handle it very well.
yes, and not only Plone, but these new tools, these LLMs, these artificial intelligence tools that nowadays everyone is using. In the beginning, we had this fear of uh, will they learn our languages other than English?
Yes,
Because
of
yeah,
course.
it's a bit dangerous for everyone that doesn't speak English. But they have evolved quite.
Yeah, we're finding the same.
Yeah,
It's actually improved our workflow because
yeah,
we can understand each other better.
yeah, yes,
That's my personal experience. Just to get back to your role in Plone, now that we're talking about Plone, I see on your, I think it was on your website, I saw that you have attended almost all the conferences every year since 2007 in Naples.
yeah.
Which was your favorite? Was it maybe 2023?
I mean, the 2023 conference was special because we organized it.
Mm,
I think, although being Eibar a small city, okay, someone here will say that that's not a small city; it is like a village. Okay, I buy that, but it was a really good conference, I think. But I think that one enjoys better conferences when you go abroad. I think that I enjoyed a lot the San Francisco conference
I've heard that
because
a lot from many people.
yeah, we had some days off before the conference. Yeah, that one.
That's
We
right.
there was like a public holiday here in Spain for some days before the conference. So we took like 3 or 4 days before the conference and um, walked through San Francisco. We had some bikes. We went to the other side of the
The
Golden
bay.
Gate Bridge. We went to the Alcatraz. We visited the Golden Park, how it's called, the
Yes,
big park next to the
yes,
ocean.
yes.
And yeah, it was really
So
nice.
much to do. There's so much to do, but you walked in San Francisco. In other words, you hiked in San Francisco.
No, no, we didn't.
No,
Okay,
no,
yeah,
because it's
that's not hiking. That's not hiking. That's not hiking. And then I also liked a lot the Ferrara conference. I like Italy. I mean, I love the Italian food, the Italians, yeah, everything, the atmosphere in Italy. And yeah, the Ferrara one was really nice too.
Oh, no, I'm ashamed to say I've never been to Italy. I've been to many countries, but that's still on my list. So
Oh, you should go.
no,
You should go to Italy,
I
wherever.
know, I know. My whole family's been except me. Yeah,
I don't mind
I've-
where. I don't mind where. You can go to Rome. You can go to every
Mm,
village, everywhere in
mm,
Rome, in Italy. Yeah.
mm. No, it definitely will be in the very near future. Um, so yes, you've just spent 2 years on the board. Thank you very much for being on there. And now you have taken over the sponsorship role. And I had a few.
Well, I don't know if you can hear me because I
Yes,
lost.
yes, I'm
Okay,
back.
okay, yeah.
Yes, I'm back.
You're back.
Sorry, I
Okay,
think.
sorry.
Yeah, I think it's the internet.
Suddenly you were frozen, and yeah,
Yeah,
like
I'm sorry about that.
don't worry.
I won't even say what happened earlier this week because it might, just in case it makes it happen again. Cloud
Okay.
play. Cloud play. Yes. So
The sponsorship program, yes. Okay.
yes, and also with the recent sign up and new level, if you can talk about that a little bit.
Yes. Well, during the ABAR conference, Martin, our current Plone Foundation president, approached me, and he told me that he was looking for people to join the foundation board. And yeah, I told him that okay, I mean, here my colleagues and many other people say told me that tell me that I have this volunteer face that I always say yes to everything, and yeah, I thought that yeah, why not? I mean, I talked to some other plonistas, and they told me yes, it's completely beatable. It's you will do a good job there, blah 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 blah. And yeah, I told him yes. So I joined the board. It was the first time that the board term was taking 2 years instead of one. So yeah, it was an interesting time to join the board. Um, after these 2 years on the board, I decided to leave because I think that one should not be for all the time in a place.
Okay, making space
Because
for.
yes, because I already know that because the chess and mountain club that I explained beforehand, I was president of that club or association for 10 years, and I know that being in a place for 10 years is not a good thing. So that's why I thought that okay, a 2-year term, fixed term, it's nice, and I leave and I can do something else. And in this final year of my 2-year term, I saw that the sponsorship thing was not going ahead because yeah, everyone has issues and things to do better than this, and I can fully understand that, and I even agree with these people. And I thought that it could be a good place to work on, and not being on the board, but doing something else in the sponsorship team or in sponsorship leader or whatever. So that's why I took the role there.
Thank you
And
very much.
answering Brian's question of updates on the Plone sponsorship program, what we as a board received a proposal from Erico 2 years ago, I think, to to do an overhaul of the sponsorship program. If you remember, previously we had, I think, 3 or 4 levels of sponsorship, and inside in each of the levels we had different sub levels for depending on the size of your company. And the numbers of all that program showed that it was like a nightmare to handle, because you had a premium sponsor that was paying like 3 different amounts of money depending on their size. It was like strange. So Erico proposed to simplify everything, have like what we have in conferences, like you are a gold sponsor, you pay something, you are silver, you pay a different amount of money, and things like that. So taking that idea, I changed it a bit. I removed some things, I put some other things, and that's what I proposed to the board. And now we have 4 levels, if I'm not mistaken. We have this diamond level, then premium, standard, and basic. They span from $600 a year to $7,200 a year. And one of the biggest changes that we have made, thanks to the input from Steve Piercy, our interim treasurer, is that we are aligning the sponsorship with the full calendar years. And now we will have an interim process during 2026, where we will renew the sponsorship for the rest of the year, and then in 2027 all sponsors will be like full year sponsors. This helps the foundation board to have a clear budget, to prepare how to spend the money in sprints, in the conference, and to force in all these kind of monetary things that in an organization like ours and like many others are the most important ones, I think.
No, that's fantastic. Tell me, why is sponsorship important? I put the link there in the comments to that page with the documentation that you've added there with some motivation. But if you can just explain to our audience why does the Plone Foundation need sponsorship, and how does that tie in with the fact that Plone is an open source software?
Yeah, Plone is an open source software, but it's not backed by a big company. We are used to see that, I don't know, I can't remember now a software, but Elasticsearch. I don't know, to tell one. Is backed by a big company called Elastic. So this kind of companies put effort on developing a product, and they have money, and they improve that. I see that okay. It's really a business thing, and it's really okay. But in our case, there is no Microsoft behind Plone. There is no some big company behind Plone. So we need someone to invest on developing and improving Plone. We rely on volunteer work. That's okay. Our work is volunteer work. When we join a sprint, is a volunteer work. But we need the foundation needs to have some amount of money to encourage people to do these kind of things, like having a release manager who releases new versions of Plone, or helping companies organizing a sprint, providing money to hire a place where everyone can gather, or to pay for the lunch of people who gathers in the Stellenbosch sprint, for instance.
Well,
I don't want to say that those kind of things have been done, but I'm just giving examples, right? So we need to have this kind of umbrella that gathers everyone behind it to help not only the software but also the community survive and go ahead and improve during these coming years.
Yeah, I like what you said there, to help the community survive, because that's essentially the strength of open source. But it is also something that people underestimate, the energy, and funding can help bring that energy to keep that community together and focused and working in the same direction, and continuing to keep it stable and innovative.
Yeah, yesterday I was thinking about this open source and Plone Foundation, like helping organizing sprints and things, and it remind me of this Ex Cassidy comic that everyone will remember, saying that it has the global IT industry, and there is like a small brick saying a guy in Nebraska is maintaining this open source library. We need the foundation to make this kind of bricks bigger and have stable basis for our software projects.
Maybe somebody can find the link to that
Yeah,
to what you read.
I think you find
I'm sure they'll
in
find it.
Google
Yes,
XKCD
very,
global economy
very.
or global IT or something like that, and yeah, you know.
See, you couldn't put it there in the comments to pass this. Right, yes, thank you very much. I also wanted to ask you something about the community recognition thing that you're working on, but in the meantime, we've got a question here from Amin. What's your vision for solving the asymmetric translation problem in multilingual CMS platforms? That's a
I don't,
mouthful.
yeah, I don't know if I will be talking about what Armin expects, but I mean, doing multilingual in CMS platforms is always hard because having multilingual things is always hard. In our area, at least with our clients, we have I would say we are lucky because our clients are bilingual at least. At least in the sites we do with Basque and Spanish, they are bilingual. So this is everything because they are able to edit the sites both in Spanish and Basque. They don't have to rely on external companies or external translators to do that work. But when you do sites for international companies or companies from here, but when their clients are abroad, like we have several companies that they have their sites in like in 7 or 8 languages, yeah, you get this kind of problems of not being able of having the site completely symmetric. So they end up having not all news items translated, not all pages translated, not all products translated, because perhaps they can only sell some products in France but not in Germany, or they sell something for South Africa but not for
I've seen that.
Korea. I don't mind.
That's right.
Right? So it's not an easy task, and I think that the approach that Plone has, having a completely separated content tree for languages, helps a lot on doing this kind of asymmetric translations, because you can have just plone.com/en/products, but you don't need to have plone.com/es for Spain/products, and it's completely fine. You don't have like a SQL table where you have title in Spanish, title in English, title in French. You don't need to have that because you have these different content trees. So I would say that Plone helps. Yeah, Armin was talking exactly about this. So I think we can solve that because languages are, and companies and countries are asymmetric. So we have to live with that.
All right. Yes.
Penguin. I can't see the
Yes, I think that was
emoji
a
here.
copy. Yeah, I think the emoji was a copy and paste. Penguin waving blue tear. Oh yes. All right. If you could have dinner with 3 people, alive or dead, who would they be?
Sorry, can you repeat that? I was just reading the chat and I couldn't concentrate on your.
Yes, I'm throwing the question in a different direction now. I see Armin is throwing other lingual things, but maybe just a quick question, a more a casual one. If you could have dinner with 3 people, alive or dead, who would you invite to your dinner?
Oh, I'm very bad to do this kind of imaginary things. I don't have this this ideal of, oh, I would like to be with one guy or another guy. Perhaps I can tell you 3 names now, and next week I will tell you some other 3 names. So I'm not a guy of ideals of idols, I would say. Perhaps I think that there are some, because of my chess background, I would select some chess player, of course. I would say that being in a table with some great chess players, like, I don't know, perhaps Garry Kasparov could be one.
Yes.
Could be very interesting. And
Have
some other crazy guys also, but yeah, perhaps I would say that. But perhaps, as I told you, perhaps next week I will change my answer. So,
some famous chess players that
for
are maybe
instance,
not around anymore. I'm sure that would be a very interesting um, dinner
of course, because
discussions.
we are chess players are always seen like strange guys that only talk to their family. Sometimes neither that, and they are very shy. But I think that there is a lot of interesting people over there.
Mm. Yeah, once you get them talking over a glass of wine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And also, I've heard it said that if you have dinner with somebody, it makes them open up because they have to take their defenses down. They have to open their mouth
Yes,
and eat, and you have to.
yeah,
It allows you to open up in a certain way. Okay,
yeah,
let's get back to Armin's discussion. Customers without challenges do not throw money after them. Oxfam once did this with LinguaPlan. This is why I asked for the vision.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I
wow.
mean, we everyone needs. I would say that every prompt developer has had a client with a vision that they needed,
Mm,
and that helped the community to improve, and
mm,
that helped the software to improve. Like in the
mm,
Oxfam case with LinguaPlone, and I would say that some clients of Kit Concept with the Volto-like theme or with Volto, and some UC clients with some tool that UC has
mm,
developed, or
mm,
some JavaScript work that has Mike done, or some something that we have done. I mean,
mm.
everyone we need clients with challenges that we try to help them
Absolutely,
help
yes. We
solve.
solve real world things as they come up. And as Armin says, if we offer a vision to improve multilingual sites, it's more attractive to sponsors. That's also something we talk about in the strategy session in
Yeah,
January and see how we can align all of that.
yeah.
Um, Brian has seen a photo of you at PloneConf in the snow with the Viking helmet, where you were quoted as saying, there you can say it. Yes, you said it, so you can read it.
I do hereby grant and bestow upon you the title of worthy fellows of the Plone Guild, that you may serve as honorary counselors to the foundation, or something like that.
There you go. And
That's
he
like
must have,
old English, right? That's old English, right?
yes, yes, that's
Saying
Old English.
yeah,
And
and yeah.
Brian would like to know, will this member initiation become part of the foundation bylaws?
I mean, I can submit a proposal to the board. Yeah, indeed.
Yes,
This was in this Viking restaurant. Well, we call it Viking, but I don't know if it was really
yes,
Viking or not.
yes.
And we went there. I think it was the day after the day when we went there. I can't recall.
I
Anyway,
think it was the Wednesday evening. It was Harold. It was the
yeah,
Harold
yeah, but
restaurant.
but
Yes.
we didn't went Wednesday evening, but we went there on Friday, perhaps. So, yeah, I
Oh,
can't recall. Perhaps
yeah. Or
perhaps on
Tuesday.
Wednesday or Tuesday, perhaps. I don't know.
All the days.
So, and there was this photo contest that the organizers organized during the conference, and we saw these swords and shields and the helmets, and we thought that okay, we can do something with these photos. And we were almost alone in the restaurant, and when getting out of the restaurant, we asked the waitress to took us a photo, and
Yes.
I took a photo with Lur and John, who were accepted as members of the Plone Foundation just before the conference. So we decided to do this kind
Oh,
of wording, like
perfect. Yes.
it's done with the members of the
The
of the
Vikings.
of the Vikings, or with the
Yes.
members of the British King Knights,
Uh,
whatever,
yes.
right?
Yes,
And
that's right. When
then
you get married. Yes. Yes.
yes, and
That
then
was very
we introduced some Gemini salt there, and we got these images with the snow, and yeah,
no, that was excellent. I believe that's also with the AI implementation. That's why it was possibly disqualified, or
not no no no
negatively
not
marked.
disqualified.
Not
Yeah,
disqualified, negatively marked. Yes.
negatively marked because there was
Yes,
no rule saying that we couldn't use AI
yes.
to do that.
Absolutely. So I think next year there will have to be something in the terms and conditions.
Yeah,
But
of
that was
course.
an excellent photo amongst a bunch of excellent photos. Go and have a look at
Really.
the Plone Flickr album. The competition photos are all there, and we really got some incredible photos this year. And I'm sure
Yes.
everyone who hasn't seen it wants to see the photo that you took there
I
in that
I
biking
even
area.
had I even took I took a photo on Friday of the bridge just behind the university with the lake, and I
Yes.
even printed it for our family
Ah,
calendar for next year. Yeah.
oh wow, wow. Well, I mean
Yes.
that's iconic, iconic. Here it is. Well, this is the other bridge. I think this
Yeah.
is the other one, and the one
Yeah.
at
That's
the
the other one, I
hotel.
think. Yeah.
That's the other one. Yes, lovely T-shirt from the conference. Carl's got one more comment about what we were talking about now with the software changes in multilingual. It's the truth of software. Big problems need big funding for good solutions.
I
So,
mean, it's like always. You have to pay to get something in exchange.
mm,
If you need to develop for open source, you need to pay
mm,
someone to do that. Otherwise, you have to hire a big company and buy their product. So,
mm, mm. All right. Let's have a look. What piece of advice have you received that you found particularly valuable in your life? It can be anything from your parents when you were young or when you're a bit older. What piece of advice have you
do not
received that you?
lie. Do not lie.
Oh, I like that.
I
Do
mean,
not lie.
yeah. I mean, lie is too fast, and it will come back.
It will bite you.
Yes, it will bite you always. So
Mm,
be like you are, tell the truth, and I think
mm,
it will be better for you. You
mm.
will have mental peace and mental health, mental sanity. You will keep mental sanity, and I
Yes,
think that's good for everyone, not only in software, but in life in general.
in life in general. And you don't need to remember what you said.
Right? You just have to remember what you did.
No, or yes, yes, or just remember, yes, to remember what you did.
Yeah.
Um, you've already spoken about some of your favorite hobbies and activities. I assume that's hiking and chess. Is there anything else that you enjoy doing?
Well, right now I like, as I said before, I like doing stuff with computers. I'm not that hackish, like putting this cable here and build this kind of robot or whatever. But um, yeah, I love hiking, being in the nature. Uh, I would like to travel more, but yeah, that's
Have you done any multi-day hikes? What is the longest
just
hike? How many days? And do you
like.
sleep? Do you carry all your stuff and sleep in a tent or sleep
No,
out in
what
the
what
open?
what what I have done with friends is a through hike, what is called a through hike, but sleeping in huts.
Okay.
In There are a lot of huts here in the Pyrenees that are
Mhm.
guarded huts where you can sleep like as if it was a hotel, but it's not a hotel. It's a hut. They offer dinner,
Oh,
breakfast, and a bed to sleep,
okay.
and yeah, we have done like 7 or 8 day through hikes,
Okay.
and this last year was one of them here around the one of the biggest mountains here in the Pyrenees, the Monte Perdido or Lost Mountain. It's in the
Mhm.
border between Spain and France. It's one of the latest glaciers here in the Pyrenees, because you know that the glaciers are melting down because of the
Mhm.
climate change that people say that don't exist, but you just have to go to the mountains to see it. And it was a really nice through hike with two of my friends here, with Anne and Virginia, and it was really nice. We carried our backpacks, big backpacks with our stuff, but
Mhm.
not the
How much?
tent.
How much did the backpack weigh? Roundabout?
Uh, it is said that it shouldn't be more than 10% of your own weight.
Yes.
So in my case, I it was like 8 kilos or something like that.
That's very light. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
should be light because you will be hiking and walking with 8 kilos on your shoulders. So with step with step mountains and step paths. So yeah,
Yes, that carrying that uphill,
yeah,
the bag gets heavier
uphill.
and heavier, heavier and heavier as you go, the higher you get. But like Carl says, it is definitely more fun. That through hike sounds fantastic. At least you know you don't have to put up your tent or put a bed up.
Yeah.
You can just arrive and there'll be food and
Yes,
a good.
I did some hikes with sleeping in tents and so, but I enjoy more
Mm,
the through hike with huts. But yeah,
okay.
it's a matter of trying, and perhaps next year we go with a tent. Let's see.
Well, especially if it's 8 days and you have to carry all your stuff with you, then it can
Yeah,
get quite
that's the
heavy.
biggest drawback. That's the biggest drawback
Mm,
because you need to
mm,
carry the food,
mm. Clothing.
the gas, and yeah, everything. And
Yes.
it's like the
Mm,
tent, and yeah,
mm,
it's like 2 or 3 more kilos for your backpack. And yeah, if you need to
absolutely.
carry your rain cover, there's something for the rain, and not for the rain, for the cold, for the
Mm,
temperature. It's a lot of things. Yeah,
mm. The most I've done is a 5 day and carried everything.
5 days.
And
Yeah.
yes, and that was, I think, about 15 kilograms. But
Oh, that's a lot.
yeah, no, but yeah, we did it. You need to have enough stuff, and it was very remote, so there was no chance. You have to survive with what you have.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
that's Africa. I
I'm
hear.
pretty sure that you have really good landscapes and places
Oh,
to
there's,
visit there. I'm really
there are amazing hikes here, and a lot of people that fly out from all over the world. There's one called the Whale Trail along the coast. The
Mhm.
one we've done that one, and there's a Leopard Trail, and in the Eastern Cape, and then anyway. But we can talk about that. I can tell you where you can hike. You can just ask me what you're looking for. I see Mike is saying come to
Come
Romania
to
in
Romania.
March. Yes, there's going to be
Bucharest
another
Sprint.
sprint there. Yes, after
Yeah,
the Stellenbosch
nice.
sprint, the next sprint will be in Bucharest. All the
Wha-
details are on the sprint page.
One can feel the year flying from sprint to sprint.
Plone goals.
Yeah.
Plone goals. Right. Okay. Yes. What what do you think is a question that you wish more people asked about CMS and Plone?
About CMA, I was the question. Wow, that's a hard one. I don't know. I see. I would like to be asked by um, going a bit to the beginning of our conversations that I said that I don't like working with clients. um, I would say that I would like our clients to ask more questions about Plone, not only saying uh, I want to do this, I want to do this page, I want to do that. I mean, I would like our clients and people learn about the internals, or why things are done like that in Plone, or why we are building the menus like are built in Plone, or why we are showing this kind of things in Plone, or why we think that languages or multilingual handling should be like this, or why does Plone need an object database and not a MySQL. I would like to have this kind of things because, as I said, I'm a bit technical and I like to
Mm,
teach this kind of things
mm,
because I think it helps the end user to understand why the thing work like they work. Because if you
mm,
try to work with a tool without knowing its background, you end up fighting with it. I mean,
oh,
we have ended fighting with it with Plone or with some other tools because we want to do things like we are used to do, instead of
mm,
doing the things like the system has already thought how to do.
mm,
Because Plone has a history of more than 20 years, and a lot of smart people have worked with Plone and have improved Plone. They can't be wrong. Everyone can't be wrong. 20 years of history can't prove that a tool is wrong. So there must be something well designed and well done to be in the market for 20 years. So I think that we have to profit that and show our clients and ask them to ask us about these kind of things.
Okay, that's a good point. I'm making a note of that. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Sometimes, at least in our case, usually our clients are marketing departments or communication departments of companies or non-profits or whatever, and they are always looking for selling their brand or selling their products. They are not thinking on the internals of the software. But why don't you do this menu automatically? Because I have this other tool that does this menu. Okay, I have to tell them, okay, we have this hierarchical structure. You know what hierarchical means? It's like the folders in your computer. You know what a folder is. I mean, these kind of things that smart people like Andreas, who's just writing, have done a lot of research, spent a lot of energy improving things in Plone. We have to explain people why things are done like this.
Yes. Yes. We, as you know, we are looking at some FAQs that could possibly work quite nicely with this sort of thing. Take an actual question that the client has asked you: is why is your menu not like this? And that we answer it for them.
I'm doing this quite easily with WordPress and with this SharePoint. I do this quite easily with SharePoint. Yeah, I mean, that's SharePoint crime.
Folders are not crimes. I mean,
yes. Now we are in the block world, right? Not only in Plone, but almost every CMS around the block is doing block, and then we have this like a maze with blocks where you have to develop 3,000 blocks because a design agency has built your site, and you end up building blocks for almost everything. And that's
everything's customized.
Nothing is easy with SharePoint. We can rename Plone to be Minecraft also.
Somebody mentioned the other day, I know we're running short on time, but somebody mentioned the other day to maybe have a chatbot on plone.org, and then whenever any of the providers deals with a client that asks a question, that we feed the question and the answer into the chatbot and build our FAQ that way. Carl, this is a note. It's a pet peeve of his.
That has an easy solution. That has an easy solution. We just have to hook in the copy paste and remove the copy of thing.
Exactly. So there you go, Carl.
That's add an issue and pull request is welcomed. We're happy to review it.
Right. We have a question from Leonardo. During all this time in the Plone community, what have you liked the most?
How approachable the people are. I mean, in our first conference in Naples, the first Plone 4 development book written by Martin Aspeli was just published the week before, and we went there with the book, and we approached Martin and asked him, we have read the book, it's really nice, can you sign us for us? And oh yes, of course, we can take a photo also. And it was like, okay, this guy is the guy who wrote Plone 3 and is here with everyone having a chat. He's really approachable, and even we even met Andreas Young in that conference. We were at that time there was not community.plone.org, but there was this mailing list, Plone users, and Andreas was helping a lot of people in that mailing list, always asking people, please do the questions right, please provide the traceback of your errors. Don't say this doesn't work. Please provide the feedback. And we approached him and told him, okay, Andreas, thank you for your work and everything. And yeah, he was really friendly. And the time has evolved. Now a lot of more people, a lot of new people approach the community, but everyone is really friendly. I mean, you can approach Victor, is really friendly. You can approach Fred. You can approach Astrid, for instance, Karel. Everyone is really friendly in the community. So that's really what I like the most, I think.
Yeah, I think that's, as Erico often says, it's the secret sauce of anyone talking of me. The secret sauce of open source is this community, and I think it is quite amazing how quickly one feels like you belong.
Yeah.
Don't you think? It's that
Yes.
sense of belonging where you don't feel like an outsider. You immediately are drawn in, and the ploneness of it rubs off. So people are nice to each other. So people continue to be nice to each other.
But
It's like
people is nice to each other because everyone needs people to work in Plone. Everyone needs each other. I like a phrase from Erico who said that. I can't recall if it was in a conference or it was in a sprint. I can't recall that, but he was saying that once he was talking to some solution providers or government people in Brazil, I think, that they were saying, yeah, they were very proud because, yeah, we are using open source. We use open source. This is not proprietary, blah, 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 because they were using, I don't know, Joomla or WordPress or Drupal or whatever, right? And he was saying, yeah, but can you or do you do development work of that tool, or you just use that? We in the Plone community, everyone is friendly because we need each other to improve the product, because we are open source. I mean, we are not just using Plone, installing it, and doing stuff. We are also improving it. We attend conferences, we do sprints, we do this kind of events, and many governmental structures, they are proud because they are using open source, because they are using Drupal, but they are not influencing the development of Drupal, or they are not participating in conferences. They are not doing community work. They just use the tool. Like I am using Firefox because it's open source. Yeah, I can't say that I am part of the Firefox community because I use Firefox, but I'm part of the Plone community because I help to improve Plone. Perhaps no, I don't develop big new features, but I do my best to improve some parts of Plone, and that's what's important in open source, and that's, I think, why everyone is friendly here in our community.
And on that note, I think we've run out of time, but I want to thank you very much for your time. It's been very entertaining and very interesting, and a lovely Plone time talking to you. And also thank you to everybody that joined and for their questions.
Thank you, Astrid, for this session, and thank you everyone also who was in the chat. And hope to see you soon, everyone. And if you want to talk to me something, just write me using Discord or whatever, and I will try to help or just have a chat.
On that note, Discord, there is another stand-up happening for everyone who's here live. Obviously, once you're watching the recording, then that's not going to be applicable anymore, but we do have another Plone tune-up stand-up now in the Discord channel. So if anyone wants to join there, Mikel, I don't know if you're available maybe for a few minutes.
I will join the stand-up,
because there might be questions that are that people would like to ask you in person and not in a public space like this one.
Okay, thank you.
So we'll see you there. Thanks so much. Thanks, everybody.
Agur, eskerrik asko.
Bye.